Hi everyone, welcome to Slice of Life. My name is Dabney. I'm the young adult librarian at the Twin Lakes Library System and I use they, them pronouns. For today's episode, I'm going to be telling you all about the new TV shows, movies, and anime that we've recently added to our collection. And we have a ton, like a really big stack, so I'm just going to kind of briefly go through them, not getting really in depth with them. And I'll start off talking about the ones that I don't have copies of at the moment because they're checked out. So the first one is Weathering You. This is a Japanese animated film. It's rated PG-13. And let me just read you the summary. The summer of his high school freshman year, Hidaka runs away from his remote island home to Tokyo and quickly finds himself pushed to his financial and personal limits. The weather is unusually gloomy and rainy every day, as if to suggest his future. He lives his days in isolation, but finally finds work as a writer for a mysterious occult magazine. Then one day, Hidaka meets Hina on a busy street corner. This bright and strong-willed girl possesses a strange and wonderful ability, the power to stop the rain and clear the sky. I absolutely love this movie. It was gorgeous. The animation was just some of my favorite, and the story was really good, got me in my feels. I highly recommend it if you enjoy Studio Ghibli movies or if you like movies like Summer Wars and The Boy and the Beast and Your Name. If you like those, definitely check it out. Another one that I don't have a copy to show you is the second My Hero Academia movie, Heroes Rising. And this one is rated PG-13. So, you do have to be watching the anime or like reading the manga to kind of follow along. We do have all the anime and manga in our collection that you can check out if you need to like get caught up. But this follows the students from UA as they go to a remote island to work there as like their summer kind of like job internship, and they are like helping all the locals on the island. It's supposed to be very safe and kind of low key and a good chance for them to build up their skills without being in as much danger as they've been in before. But of course, like what always happens, villains strike. So like I think it's like 4 really super powered villains attack the island, and so the students are having to band together to try to defeat them without any help or backup from the pro heroes. And this is just like a really great time for their powers to shine and for them to like really hone their teamwork, and it shows you their progress as what skills they've built up through training. So if you like My Hero, you'll definitely like the movie. The other one I don't have a copy of is Legacies Season 2, which Legacies is kind of a spin-off of like the Vampire Diaries in the original. So again, if you need to watch any of those shows, we have them in our collection. We recently moved the originals to the adult AV collection, so if you're looking for it, it's there now. And as always, we have the Vampire Diary books in our collection to check out. Okay, now moving on to some other new seasons that have come out. We've got Riverdale Season 4. And I'm not going to read you the description on this because, just in case you haven't watched the previous seasons, I don't want to spoil things for you. But if you're not aware of the show, it's kind of like the characters from the Archie comics, but on a CW TV show. And I haven't watched it, so I can't really give you my personal opinion, but I do know people enjoy it. So we've got all the seasons you can watch, as well as some of the Archie comics in our collection and the Jughead comics. Then we've got The 100, Season 7. This is the final season. We've got all the previous other seasons if you need to catch up. I haven't watched this one yet, but I will eventually because I am very curious about how this ends. And this is like a futuristic sci-fi show. Lots and lots of characters, high drama, very high drama. And yeah, so this is also based on a book series by Cass Morgan, and we have that in our collection that you can check out. Okay, now we're going to talk about some brand new TV shows that we got. We have His Dark Materials Season 1. I just watched this. I really enjoyed it. It's rated PG. There's like 8 episodes. So let me just read you the summary. Based on Philip Pullman's epic fantasy trilogy, this enchanting HBO series reveals a young orphan's incredible journey into a parallel world where a human soul exists outside the body in the form of a talking animal. So yeah, this is, as it said, based on Philip Pullman's books, which we have in our collection. You can check them out. There's also a live-action movie they did a while ago starring Daniel Craig called The Golden Compass. We also have that in our collection. So this one, I just really loved this a lot. I love the casting. I love the sets and the costumes and everything. I felt very immersed in this kind of alternate world where Lyra, the main character, lives. And yeah, it's pretty dark, but at the same time, like, I never felt like it got too heavy. So like our main character is 12, so it's not getting like too much to handle, and it is rated PG, so if you're worried about that. But yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. Okay, then we have Nancy Drew Season 1. I haven't watched this yet. I don't know if I will. I might. I loved Nancy Drew books when I was growing up, like in elementary school. That was like my main thing, was reading Nancy Drew. So I'll read you the summary. Nancy Drew is a brilliant teenage detective whose sense of self has come from solving mysteries in her hometown of Horseshoe Bay, Maine, until her mother's untimely death derails Nancy's college plans. Devastated by her mother's passing, Nancy swears off crime solving while crossing off the days until she can reapply to college. But when a socialite is murdered, Nancy finds herself a prime suspect in the crime along with a group of other teens present at the scene. Nancy's nemesis from high school, George Fun, a rich girl with a mysterious past, Bess Marvin, Nancy's secret boyfriend, Ned Nick Nickerson, and amiable burnout Ace. The 5 of them must team up to clear their own names, encountering emotional entanglements and even more mysteries along the way. So this is another CW show. But yeah, I'm probably going to watch it because that sounds good. Then we have Stargirl Season 1. Yeah, the complete first season. So, high school sophomore Courtney Whitmore's seemingly perfect life in Los Angeles is upended by a move to Blue Valley, Nebraska, with her mother Barbara, stepfather Pat Duggan, and stepbrother Mike. While struggling to adapt to her new family, town, and school, Courtney discovers that Pat is harboring a major secret. He was the sidekick to the Justice Society of America's Starman. When Courtney accidentally discovers the cosmic staff, she uses its power to reignite the legacy of the long-lost superhero team and inspire a new generation of crime fighters. This DC Universe original series from producer Greg Berlanti is based on creator Jeff Johns' DC comic series, which he dedicated to the memory and uplifting spirit of his late sister. Okay, so this looks fun. I want to check this out. Alright, now we're going to get into the anime. So we'll just kind of start with new things that have come out. We now have all of Season 4 of My Hero Academia. I think the other, I'm just opening this up. Yeah, Season 4. So this is part 2. Part 1 is already checked out, but you can check them out as they come in. If I haven't said it already, we have all the previous seasons and manga in our collection. Okay, then the second season of Fruits Basket. So part 1, part 2. We have the previous season 1, and we also have the manga in our collection, as well as the very old school anime, that I think came out. It came out a while ago. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the reboot of it a lot. And I read the manga so long ago, so it's kind of like all of these, stories that I've forgotten. It's all kind of new to me, and I love the new animation style. It's really good. So this story is about Toru Honda, and she is kind of homeless and an orphan, and she ends up coming to stay with the Soma family, and she discovers that everyone in this family has been cursed. So I think it's 12 people specifically are cursed, and if they're hugged by someone of the opposite gender, they turn into an animal from the Chinese zodiac. So this guy turns into a dog, he turns into a cat. Yeah, and so anyways, it's kind of her getting to know this family, and her struggles and their struggles, and it's just really beautiful. It's kind of how this entire family is transformed by having Toru in their lives, and it's just every episode is just beautiful, and I highly recommend it. It's kind of it's got that fantasy romance, also kind of a slice of life vibe, because they do they're high school students, so they're going to school, and even though they're dealing with kind of fantastical things, there's also everyday drama that they're dealing with. So I really like it a lot. Okay, the Ancient Magus Bride, the complete series. I love this a lot. And so there's also, this is based on the manga, which we have in our collection, and this definitely ends before the manga. This kind of covers several arcs, but the manga is continued on past where the anime ends. But I'll just read you the back. Suffering a tragic childhood, Chizzy Hattori has lost all hope for happiness until a mysterious mage named Elias takes interest in her aptitude for magic. Unaware of what lies ahead, he decides to make her his apprentice and his bride. So this is rated TV 14. And yeah, this is one of the most visually beautiful anime I've ever watched. And I love the characters, I love the stories. It's very fantastical, set in England, so you've got lots of the English supernatural creatures in it, which I think is really cool. And then there's also a prequel OVA, which is original video animation, included in this about Chizzy when she's a child, and she finds this magical library in the forest, and as a librarian, that, oh my god, is the most beautiful library ever. I want to go there. I wish it was real. So yeah, I really enjoy this one a lot. Then I haven't watched this yet, but we have Seraph of the End season 1, but I don't know if they're going to make any more seasons. Sad to say. This is rated TV 14. There's 24 episodes. We do have the manga in our collection, so, you can watch the anime, read the manga. And, alright, I'll read you the back. In a world overrun with vampires, humans have been hunted to the brink of extinction. The only way they can fight back is with a series of demonic weapons known as cursed gear. Reserved for soldiers with exceptional talent, these weapons require humans to form pacts with ancient demons in exchange for their power. Yuichiro Hayuka is a young member of the Demon Moon Company, a prestigious army squadron armed with cursed gear and tasked with exterminating vampires. After the blood-sucking monsters kill his family when he was a child, Yuichiro vowed he wouldn't stop fighting until every last one was dead. But when a familiar face from his past appears sporting a new set of fangs, the line drawn between good and evil begins to blur. There's a sticker covering up the rest of this. I think it says there's something special about Yuichiro, a dark power that the vampires call the Seraph of the End. When that power is unleashed, will he be the key to humanity's salvation or its complete destruction? Dun 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 dun. But yeah, I love these characters. I love Yuichiro. He's like the ultimate like shonen protagonist. He just wants to fight everyone and save his friends and get stronger, and he's very like pure of heart, and this is like his best friend, and oh my goodness. Anyways, I love this story. I've read the manga, like I'm caught up with like where it's at, but I haven't watched the entire anime as of yet, but I'm going to. Then we have Demon Slayer, and this is, just double checking, yeah, this is the full first season, so you've got like part 1, part 2, and this is also rated TV 14. It was one of the top anime of 2019. So, it's the Taisho period in Japan. Tanjiro, a kind-hearted boy who sells charcoal for a living, finds his family slaughtered by a demon. To make matters worse, his younger sister, Nezuko, the sole survivor, has been transformed into a demon. Though devastated by this grim reality, Tanjiro resolves to become a demon slayer to turn his sister back and kill the demon that massacred his family. Alright, so just based on that description, this is a historical fantasy. There's lots of action, lots of violence, but at its heart is Tanjiro, who is like the most kind-hearted person ever. He's just very remarkable. And as it goes along, I don't want to give any spoilers, but his journey is really incredible. There's actually lots of humor in here, especially when you meet like some of the other characters in this. And yeah, it's really good. There's lots of backstory for the characters, which I really enjoy, and I like their interactions. So very good. And our final anime is Stars Align. So this is TV 14. Okay. President of his high school's soft tennis club, Toma Shinjo finds the club in danger of being shut down. With hope in one hand and a racket in the other, he recruits the help of the reluctant Maki Katsuragi, a new student with natural talent. While juggling practice and schoolwork, each member of the team grows closer and faces the many ups and downs of growing up. So there's 12 episodes. And yeah, each episode, even though this is like a sports anime, I feel like the focus is definitely more on the characters and like what they're going through. So each one kind of focuses on a different character, like each episode, and you know, I feel like the issues they face are like really realistic and handled really well. They have like abusive parents or like parents who are too controlling. A lot of the issues revolve around like their home lives and like what they're facing at home. And personally, what I really enjoyed is one of the characters in the show is queer and is kind of questioning, you know, like gender and their sexuality, and I feel like the conversations around that are like really well done. And those characters treated like with a lot of respect by their peers, and I just it's not like something I'd really seen in anime before, so that was really good. But yeah, I love all the characters. I love their stories. The only thing I'll just forewarn you about is like this ends like on a major cliffhanger, and I don't know, if or when we're gonna get a follow up to this. Like, I hope there's another season or at least a movie, and it's not based on manga, so we're kind of waiting on new content to come forth. But I highly enjoy it. It's one of my new favorites. So yeah, that is all of our new AV. We've got lots and lots for you to check out and binge. Yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye.